TD, we have it on work. Alright, guidance. And just a reminder for folks, our lock turn back hold time is 3 minutes and 16 seconds. TD, CTLS on 212, we're ready to go. Alright, very good. And launch director, with that cleanup, we're going to go ahead and proceed. Yes, sir, please do. Alright, and all personnel, we are going to pick up the clock here momentarily. And GLS, you can resume the clock on your mark. I copy that. Countdown clock will resume on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS is go for auto sequence start. 25 seconds.
All right, folks. Amazing.
20. 15. 10 seconds. TLS is go for main engine start.
There's a start, now I see it. At 100.
102, 102. We are in auto. There goes the tower.
3 at 104.
Waiting on the roll.
There
There's
it
the
is.
roll.
LBLH.
The program, Houston.
Roger roll, Atlantis.
Throttling is next.
What's going on, everybody?
9-6.
I just hit the wrong button, but screw it. Let's start this thing anyway. I meant to go to the other screen, man. I did not meant to go to this main screen, but we are here. Welcome, one and all. Let's hang out for the next 30 minutes and listen to some tunes and shoot the shit. As the title of this live stream says, I'm back in town. Back in town, had an awesome weekend. Me and my wife and my daughter went down to a little beach house with some of her old friends and their husbands. Had an absolute blast, man. We just hung out by the pool for 3 days straight. Went to the beach, went to like a turtle rescue, like a sea turtle rescue. It was such a good time. And now I'm sitting down with you guys, hanging out. What was I gonna say? Shit, I completely screwed myself up because I went live too early. Anyway, good to see you, Vince. Good to see everybody here. Caleb Kemp, what's going on, man? MILF Slayer 3000, just typing a bunch of letters. Dude, trolling is a long game. Trolling is a long game. You'll learn one day, young Padawan. But Caleb Kemp and Benjamin B, thank you guys so much for the first super chats and channel support of the stream. I uploaded a couple videos this weekend. I had them scheduled while I was out of town. One was about The Mandalorian, and one was a Lego video that I was really excited to put out. Had a lot of fun making that. But welcome, one and all. Caleb Kemp, hello there, right back to you, General Kenobi. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope it was fun. Hope you did something good. Yeah, whatever you wanted to do, but I appreciate that, man. And I know I'm super delayed on getting you what you need. It will absolutely happen. Just been busy, as you know. Everything is constantly busy, but yeah. We briefly talked about that. What's that guy's name? Quentin? Yeah, Quentin. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Well, like, I don't even know what the video he's making is. Do you? I have no idea. I'm curious how it's gonna, what it's gonna be. I have no idea. No, that was not me in a Weezer video. Anyway, I appreciate that, man. And Benjamin B, good to see you. Thank you so much as well. Have you seen Dark on Netflix? Essential viewing for any sci-fi time travel fans. The final season just came out a couple days ago. Very mind-bending. No, I've never heard of it. Dark. Netflix. Let's see. No, I've never heard of this. It's been around for 2.5 years or so. German tappers and no, I've never heard of this. That we actually just finished watching. What the hell did we just finish watching? What the hell did we just finish watching? Oh man, that's bothering me, man. Oh, I can't. I legitimate. We spent weeks watching binge watching a show, and I can't remember what we watched. Watchmen. We watched Watchmen. We just finished the first season of Watchmen, so we're kind of antsy and trying to figure out what else to watch. You know, so yeah, maybe this will be. This looks more up my wife's alley than mine. She's way more into this kind of stuff than me. Like, I really got to be in the mood for some kind of dark, sinister stuff. She is completely fine. Why is it like that? That's what all of my friends say about their wives and their girlfriends. Like, they're always up for some serial killer shit. And I really got to be in the mood for that. But anyway, man, I appreciate that. I'll check that out. I'll add that to the list. We're kind of in the dark with what to watch. So. Yeah. Anyway, I really liked Watchmen, Pender. I don't know shit about the series. I never read the graphic novels. I don't know anything about the characters. The only thing that I know about the Watchmen, that universe, is the movie. I saw that probably within the first week of it being released. When was that? Like the mid 2000s? I don't remember. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. The first season is great. It is super fucking weird, and gets really out there, especially as, you know, for somebody like me who knows nothing about the universe coming into it, is kind of like bendy, like mind bendy and a little trippy, and just the universe that it's set up is just so weird and different, and that's what really drew me to it. Maybe it won't be as shockingly weird if you're familiar with that world, but to me, it's just, yeah, it's a fun little place to explore, you know. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's great, Vince. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. No idea what they're going to do with the second season, but the first one was... I love... There were so many setups and payoffs and twists and turns and connections. It was really well put together, for sure. Yeah, Jeremy Irons, dude. Like, me and my wife were trying to figure out what the hell his character was all about. And there was a moment where he says his character's name, and the camera and the show does like this dramatic sound effect and like a zoom in, and we just both looked at each other. We're like, I guess we're supposed to know who this guy is. we had zero idea, which didn't detract from our enjoyment of the show whatsoever. But yeah, his character is great. We were just kind of debating what was up with that entire... She thought it was flashbacks, and I was like, no, I think there was something more to it than that. But yeah, anyway, it was great. Man, trolling is a long game. It's a shame. You got to come in here and just say stupid shit. You don't just come in here and type F. That's boring. So tell me, do you believe we need a Ben Kenobi show? Manny Mora. No, it's in terms of shows that I've said that I've wanted and whatnot. You know, I've always been more interested in shows and about characters and stories and scenarios that we're not familiar with whatsoever. You know, I would rather have something like that than than a Ben Kenobi show or a Cassian Andor show, or, you know, definitely more than a Boba Fett show. The idea of having like shows about a character that we're already familiar with, honestly, man, you know, obviously I'm going to watch it, but it's just, you know, it's definitely not at the tip top of what I want. I really hope the Kenobi show is great. I hope it's not just all like, you know, I really want it to be just kind of a slow-paced character study of a man who's self-marooned on a planet, and, you know, he's just trying to get by, contending with the events that happened that led down this path, you know. But I have a fear that it's going to be like just a lightsaber fest, and it's going to be just exactly what I fear that it's going to be, you know. But yeah, anyway. I've actually, you know, I've lived here for like 20 years, and I don't think I honestly don't think I've ever been to Tallahassee. Yeah. No idea. God, I have zero memory of going to Tallahassee. I mean, it's the state capital, and I don't think I've ever been there, not even on a field trip when I was a kid. Yeah, I completely agree, Pender. Completely agree. Pinder says, I think the best thing about The Mandalorian is it was its own thing with some subtle nods to existing Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I mean, very subtle nods. A lot of things that unless you're a fan of the minutia, you might not notice or understand what they're saying, right? That's kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of like the perfect mesh of I don't know, I never felt that punch of fan service with The Mandalorian. You know? It never was like overtly cheesy with that kind of shit. And what did really intrigue me about the show, and I hope the second season doesn't go down a completely different path, but the first season, just it was new characters, new stories, new scenarios, new, and that's what I want in my Star Wars, So, I don't know, man. It's we'll see. I am legitimately worried about the second season just because so much, so many, I guess you would call them rumors. I mean, Hollywood Reporter announced that there might be Ahsoka shit in The Mandalorian. There's even a rumor of a live-action Ahsoka TV show. Obviously all this casting stuff, who knows how true it is, where this information is coming from. But if there's going to be like Boba Fett or Rex or Ahsoka, all these characters that are rumored to be in the second season of The Mandalorian, I think it's kind of, no, depending on how it's done, it's not what interests me about the show, But yeah. Yeah, Vince, I don't know what's going on. It probably popped up on somebody else's stream or something like that. Roma, it's the most unique. No, I've never heard of that. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to figure out what to watch next. Roma. Nope, never heard of this. We've just been watching like that. Oh, damn, what's it called? It's not called Chef. Well, there is a Jon Favreau like kind of chef cooking show that he's done. He did it with Dave Filoni. He's done it with some other actors and creators and stuff like that. That's been fun. But there's another one that we watched that had Seth Rogen on it. Chrissy Teigen was another episode. It's a chef who, where were they? I can't remember, but it's a really good show, man. So we've been just watching shit like that lately. We haven't jumped into another drama or serialized TV show since we finished The Watchmen. But is it Watchmen or is it The Watchmen? Chef's Table, that's what it is. Chef's Table. Yeah, we've only watched a couple episodes of that, but it's been fun. Actually, never seen Chef. I've never seen it. I'm trying to think when that came out. Let me see, Chef, IMDb. 2014. Oh, it's older than I actually thought. Okay. 2014. Let's see. There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. Had to fix something. Cool. Let's see. Elijah, what's up, man? I just binged the Clone Wars, and for some reason, it gets me more excited for Season 2, probably because of Filoni. Oh, for Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Yeah. I think that's very, very similar feel between mini Clone Wars arcs and episodes to The Mandalorian. I mean, I don't think the comparisons are that crazy. But there is a very similar feel with a lot of arcs in the Clone Wars that, kind of have a feel like the Mandalorian, you know. DeviantArt. Dude, I haven't thought about Deviant. Oh my god, there are so many damn websites like that I used to I think everybody used to go on, right? Holy shit, DeviantArt. What were some other ones? Yeah, I don't know. Think boy. I don't think I'm man, I really have the ambition to watch or finish Rebels rather. It's a matter of time. It's just I'm working on a bunch of non-HelloGreedo shit lately. And whenever I have time to sit down and watch a show, it's usually, you know, a couple hours in the evening with my wife. And, you know, I want to watch something that both of us want to watch. If I ever do start watching, you know, Rebels again in the future, it'll be, I'm sure it'll be months from now, and I'll start watching at 4 a.m. I'll just wake up with the sole intention of watching that, you know. But yeah. Favorite Star Wars film of all time, Colton, is A New Hope. It's just, yeah, it's my all-time favorite. It's just, you know, it's such a punch of nostalgia in my gut. I don't think any like other Star Wars film will ever replace it. I think we all have those, you know, favorite Star Wars films, not even Star Wars, but favorite movies, TV shows, or whatnot that no matter what comes after it, what you grew up with, what you loved, what you watched the most as a kid, will never get trumped, you know. Well, that's just me. Yeah, Pinder, I've heard that the show gets better as it goes on. I've only seen the first season of Rebels, and it wasn't the fact that I'm trying to think when that came out. I know at the time. Let's see when the first. I can figure out why I didn't finish it. Rebels season 1. 2014. Okay. Yep. So. Yeah, that was right around the time that I had a 2-year gig at a company doing graphic design for them, and I just kind of, for whatever reason, as I do with not just Star Wars shows, man, but I have a bad habit of like watching the first season of a show, and like never revisiting it after that. Like by the time the second season of a show comes out, I've already started watching something else, and eventually the second season of the show that I was originally watching just ends up fizzling away, and I never get around to watching it again, you know? That's how it goes. The first is the worst for Rebels. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. Yeah. Why not promote Star Wars art, screenplay, ideas, etc. from the fan base and use your platform to showcase them, help them get publicity? And what, in terms of like fan projects and stuff like that? I mean, I guess I could. Dude, I think people overestimate the, like, as you can tell, I put like maybe 1 or 2 videos out a week, you know? This is one of many gigs and things that I'm working on. It's kind of funny to me, like, when people, but like, why don't you upload anymore? Or I post like 3 times a week on Twitter. Like, I don't know, man. I wish I had more time to do all that kind of stuff. But I will occasionally retweet a fan project or a fan film that piques my interest. There is a Shadows of the Empire one coming out. But in terms of, like, I don't know, screenplays or pieces of art, sure, yeah, I mean, I'll like them, I'll share them. But it's very rare for me to even honestly look at my Twitter maybe once a morning. That's how it goes. I've given Space Force, well, I've only watched the first episode of Space Force, Colton. Yeah. The ending of the first episode made me laugh out loud. He just goes like, motherfucker, or something like that, as I believe it was like a Chinese capsule cut a satellite. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I didn't think it was that funny. I'm got to be picky nowadays with a kid. And if I'm going to watch something, I really want to be into it. The first episode of Space Force, and that's not very fair, because a lot of sitcoms or comedies and stuff like that, you got to give them a chance, right? What sitcom started out on the right foot from the jump? I mean, shit, Seinfeld, which is my favorite comedy of all time, I would say, at least TV comedy of all time, started off on really rocky feet. Anyway. Lego Star Wars fan, thank you so much for the channel support this afternoon, man. Many have said that TLJ ended so much that TFA set up. Some even said that it caused the issues with Rise of Skywalker. What's your thought on that? I completely disagree with causing the issues with the Rise of Skywalker. I think that's a silly way to look at it. If you're going to write a story, a movie based on what came prior to it, the dumbest idea is throwing in Palpatine, a villain that we haven't seen since another trilogy. So I think that's just a cop-out for people who didn't like a movie, right? Well, TLJ ruined the possibilities of what they could have done in the next film. That's silly, dumb shit. You write with what came before, right? You mold with what came before. And I completely disagree with the fact that TLJ ruined the setups of TFA. I think they only emboldened them. I thought they only strengthened them, which is really interesting, man. I remember coming out of the theater after TLJ and just buzzing about certain, creative decisions and thinking they were so interesting. And I'm glad they didn't just kind of pander and give us something so goddamn predictable, which people love to eat up for whatever reason. And as I got out of the theater, I was talking with my buddies, and it wasn't until like a couple days later that I went around the internet, as I sometimes do, which is very rare for me nowadays, that I realized so many people had issues with so many things that I thought were great. So yeah, I think the idea of the issue. Let's just put it this way. The issues that I had with the Rise of Skywalker had nothing to do with what came prior. Nothing to do. Because it felt like such a turn in a weird direction from the previous movie, So, yeah. It felt... I don't know, man. It was... Yeah. It's interesting. I didn't like the Rise of Skywalker, right? I didn't like the Rise of Skywalker. I've made like 2 videos about it. Should I make a fucking Twitter account about my dislike of the Rise of Skywalker? Should I make an entire 150 video series about my dislike for the Rise of Skywalker? Should I do that? Should I? Anyway. So yeah. It's, no, I completely disagree, But yeah, like I said, the issues that I have with the Rise of Skywalker have nothing to do with The Last Jedi. That's just how it goes, or the things that it set up. It like I said, the Rise of Skywalker, so many aspects of that movie did not feel like a continuation, and there were plenty of threads that you could have made into a cohesive continuation post Episode 8. But yeah, anyway. Did the notification already go off, Vince? There it is. Vince Wynn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Sheev066 is here. The Troll Emperor is here. Do you guys know Sheev? Is that it? Let's go to his YouTube channel. How do I do that? I can't. Oh, it's a Twitter guy. Okay. The thing is, I just searched his Twitter. I recognize the thing. And what's fucking hilarious to me, Vince, is that occasionally I'll get a flood of tweets and stuff like that. And as you know, I don't really look at anything, but it's always funny to me to see just familiar. And I don't block anybody either. Like, people will block everybody. I just don't pay attention to it. I find it very sad. It's a very sad existence that a lot of these people have. I mean, dude, imagine sitting on Twitter for hours a day trying to, unless you're trying to like monetize something, unless you're trying to make money off of outrage, which is equally as fucking stupid and sad. But imagine being a human being. There's endless potential to do something fun and enjoyable with your life. And you choose to sit on Twitter for hours a day, dusting those Cheeto fingers, playing thumb war with strangers on the internet. You gotta be a huge fucking loser to do that kind of shit, right? I mean, god damn. People about TLJ, people about the rise of Skywalker, people about politics. Like, you sit there and you look at Twitter. There are so many people who maybe are addicted to it, who do nothing but argue with other human beings, who have this equal fascination to argue with other human beings. Dude, it's sad to me. That's why I've steer cleared from social media for years now. You know, the occasional posts I'll throw up there, but when it comes to playing thumb war, zero desire. But yeah, zero desire. But yeah, anyway, so sweet. My daughter is still down for a nap. She'll probably be down for another hour or so. Yeah. So yeah, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, if you find yourself going down a path where you're just on Twitter all day, playing thumb war and arguing with people, arguing with strangers that you're never going to change their mind. Yeah. And why would you want to? Like, dude, you got to take a breath. You got to have a little hands-off experience. Put your phone down. Don't become one of those people. It's sad. Like, when you look at that kind of shit, it's sad, man. And what's really sad is they probably see themselves as crusaders. I'm not just talking about Star Wars stuff. I'm just talking about, people who spend all their day arguing online with people. They probably see themselves as crusaders, These like do-nothing, boring people that spend their entire day arguing on the fucking internet. Can you imagine? I don't want to. But yeah. Vince Wynn once again coming in with a final super chat and channel support before I jet from a 30-minute stream. Vince says, game recommendation, Primordia. Movie recommendation, Her. I have seen Her. Let's see. When did that come? Oh, you said 2013. Okay. I actually saw Her in the theater. I think I saw it in the theater. Yeah, I remember liking it. But I honestly don't remember very many specifics. Chris Pratt is in it? What? Anyway, yeah, I definitely have seen Her. I've never heard of Primordia. Primordia game. Let's see. Not Primordial, the band. Primordia 2012. Wormwood Studios is a point-and-click adventure game developed by Wormwood Studios and published. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so Vince, it's kind of funny that this is a point-and-click. This kind of looks neat. I like this art style. It's kind of funny that you post about a point-and-click game. On my Xbox account, I have like 5 games in my wish list. I'm just waiting for them to go on sale. Yeah, I have like 5 games on my wish list, and they're all point-and-click games. One of them is Thimbleweed Park. Is that what it's called? And maybe you'll like that. You've probably played it. Thimbleweed Park, yeah. Thimbleweed Park came out in 2017. I've been meaning to get it for a while. Just kind of waiting. You know, I'm in no rush. I'll wait. Next time it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. But if you ever played Maniac Mansion back in the day, Vince, on the original Nintendo 60 or Nintendo, yeah, the original NES, it's made by like the same people who made that, but it's like a modern version with the same kind of graphics. You know, kind of a point and click mystery kind of game. Like Maniac Mansion back in the day. And there's a couple more. I can't remember what they are, but yeah, anyway. Maybe I'll add that one to the list. Is it on the Xbox? Xbox. Nope, it looks like it's on Steam, and that's it. The Outer Wilds is pretty cool too on Steam. Yeah, my buddy has played that. I have not. There was a game on my wish list, Vince, that was called, I think, We Happy Few. Is that what it's called? And I was so excited to check it out because it looked so weird and different. And, yeah, it almost looked like Clockwork Orange, the video game, right? But then I started, like, reading some reviews, and it didn't really seem like it would be worth my time. One of those kind of games where I might sink a couple hours into and regret my purchase, you know. But yeah, anyway, I'll check this one out. I thought HelloGreedo would like this. I was playing it. We Happy Few is it? Okay, all right. Well, maybe I'll ignore the naysayers and go from Vince's perspective. And it's currently on sale for $12. 80% off? What? It's okay. All right. That's a huge discount. All right. Yeah, I have Rocket League. My wife got that for me last Christmas because I was just looking for something silly and arcadey to play. And she found Rocket League. It's pretty fun. Anyway. I appreciate... Oh, Capone! Is that with Tom Hardy? Yeah, I'm not going to watch this, Vince. Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame. Cool story, great actors, right, involved. How do you... Yeah, it's a shame when obviously like so much talent goes into a project. Is it the writer? Is it the director? Who knows? Anyway. Yeah, anyway. I appreciate that, man. Hope you're doing well down there. And Lego Star Wars Fan 77, I agree with you, although Rise of Skywalker was put in a tough spot. So, yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of the threads were kind of written together. I mean, collaboration is key with all of these projects. I just completely disagree that it was put in a tough spot. I think that, sure, I mean, there are so many avenues to take a story that does not involve bringing back a character that we've seen for decades in the most convoluted and unnecessary way, you know. I don't know, the way that, man, I didn't think The Rise of Skywalker was in a tough spot whatsoever. I just think the way that it executed its ideas was ham-fisted and boring, you know. It is one of my least favorite Star Wars movies, but, you know, I've had a lot of least favorite Star Wars movies in the past. So, anyway. But I appreciate that, Lego. I appreciate that, man. Did you see my Lego video I put out on Friday? Yeah, it was fun. So, all right, we went 5 minutes over. It is time for me to go downstairs and knock some stuff out. Actually, I have a ton of shit to do since we got back in town. I gotta knock that out. So, all right, guys. I won't be streaming tonight. I will stream tomorrow night. Yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow night. probably just do another Hangout stream, man. If I don't do a Hangout stream, I'll probably do some Battlefront. But, oh, Chris Salvador, thank you so much for coming in with a final super chat and channel support of the stream. Chris says, stay safe and mask up out there. Weird times in North Florida, not missing the hellacious summer. Yeah, it is. It's super weird. I know in my area, I believe over the weekend, we were out of town, but over the weekend, they issued a mandatory mask measure, and downtown Jacksonville now has that as well. It's a shame. It's a shame that people are so against it and not willing to just one for all and all for one this motherfucker, right? I mean, can't we just throw on a mask? Do you have to be a huge whining son of a bitch to go to Walmart? I don't want to wear one. Just suck it up. God, it's hot. Shut up. Like fucking babies. If we all pitched together, if we all, adhered to and didn't open up too early, if we all, we could have eradicated this thing early on, right, Chris? If there was some top-down leadership with a plan. Ridiculous. But, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, man. Northeast Florida. Late adopters to a lot of the measures. And what's really weird, man, is that people have turned this into like a culture war thing. Idiots have turned it into a culture war thing. Yeah, anyway. But, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. But I appreciate that, Chris. You stay safe out there too, man. Wear that mask. Why not? But, anyway. I love the hellacious summer, Chris. I'm a summer guy. But I could sit in the pool for all day from sun up to sundown. Running in the ocean. I could do it from sun up to sundown. I love it. But anyway. Time to jet. I appreciate that, Chris. Cool, guys. So no stream tonight. I will be doing a stream tomorrow night. Like I said, don't know what time tomorrow night. Don't know what I'll be doing tomorrow night. Maybe around 7:30. Yeah? All right. Cool. So, to everybody who tuned in, to everybody who supported the channel through Super Chats, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Wherever you are on planet Earth, have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya!